It's the start of a new baseball season, and you may have seen a ton of news lately about Fanatics and Nike and all the controversy regarding the new jerseys and how they fit kind of crappy, or the pants are see-through, or any number of different things. And I wanted to talk about something a little different today. I wanted to talk about my balls. Now, I know what you're thinking is, Doug, what kind of channel is this? It's that kind of channel. It's a channel about baseball. So, of course, I'm going to be talking about baseballs here today. I'm going to be talking about Rawlings, and more specifically about event baseballs, and something that quite honestly has been driving me crazy over this last about 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, and just a huge opportunity that Rawlings has to drive business, drive revenue, and at the same time provide fans like myself, or maybe you at home, a chance to pick up a new souvenir and something that actually excites you, either for autographs or for collecting or whatever you ultimately decide to do. So before I start and give you a quick breakdown, here's kind of a quick glimpse at some of the baseballs I have here in my office, and then we're going to talk about some of the observations I have and what I would do to improve them, all right? So here's a quick look at my balls. All right, now that you've seen my balls, let's talk about them. Or more specifically, let's talk about Rawlings and some ways that they can make some more money. So I collect event balls for games that I've been to. And one of the things that I always really loved collecting was the opening day baseball. So we're going to start there. This opening day baseball was from 2015. Now, the cool thing about this opening day baseball is you had its own logo. It was specific to 2015, and it wasn't reused, which is something that they did a couple of years earlier, and honestly something that bothered me. The logo, as you can see, is a pretty good size in relation to the center stamp, and just in general to the ball, it's a good size. You look at this one here from 2013. 2013 also had its own specific design. I like how big this logo is in relation to this part of the ball. It's one of those things that stands out. It says that this ball is special, and it's not like any other ball that you can pick up any other day of the week. And that's one of the things that was always really exciting about these opening day baseballs, or World Series balls, or All-Star Game balls, was that they were unique, that they were different. They weren't always that way, though. So this opening day ball is from 2008, and they actually reused this logo a few different times, which I gotta tell you is a real drag, because when you collect balls, like me, you want it to look different, you want it to look unique. You don't want to have the same ball year after year, let alone the same logo, because when you do that, it's not special, especially when you think about other years like this one here in 2005. You can see it's a nice big logo. It's specifically designed to that opening day. Now, they didn't do opening day baseballs every year. They had a couple of gap years in between that 2001 or so all the way to now. You had a handful of balls that were majority of those years, but you did have a few gap years. But the one that I really want to point out is the one that really stood out to me as being a special ball, and that's this one here from 2004. So you notice the logo itself is somewhat safe. At the end of the day, all it is the Major League Baseball logo, but it's got red, white, and blue stripes. Opening day, could this be a 4th of July ball? Probably, but this is an opening day baseball. And the thing that's really cool about it is, check that out. You got the red and blue, and that stands out. You think about having this ball, this is a special ball. They need to turn around and brand these balls every single year. And I'll show you some examples of some All-Star balls and World Series balls, but you think about the different colored threads, it pops, it looks really good. Think about a nice autograph here on this sweet spot. How much cooler that would look on a ball like this. You think about your average balls, anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks, depending on where you're buying it, which park, and things like that. What would you pay for a premium for this? It's an event ball. It's one day a year, 30 parks, 30 teams. what would the premium for this be? Another $5, another $10? So right off the bat, that's money that Rawlings is leaving on the table. But I want to show you something that's really been bothering me. It's something I really want to talk about when it comes to event-driven balls and logo balls specifically. And that's shrinkage. I know, this video, it's really immature, but it's true. Hang tight. I'm going to show you, once I grab these balls, 2 examples of shrinkage that you're going to see and you're going to go, wow, that is night and day difference. And what is Rawlings thinking? Maybe it's Rawlings, maybe it's Major League Baseball, but it's a problem that I'm hoping they're going to fix. Hang tight, coming shortly. All right, are you ready to talk about shrinkage? I'm going to show you 2 primary examples of what's happening with these logo balls that Rawlings putting out right now. And again, maybe it's driven by Major League Baseball. It could be. But regardless of whether it's Rawlings or MLB, they need to knock it off because it's night and day difference on these balls. So this first ball I'm going to show you, this is a 2015 World Series baseball. Now you can see, look how gigantic this logo is, especially when you look at this, main stamp. Now I can understand for something like World Series, not having different colored threads. You want the ball to feel the same, you want it to look the same coming out of a pitcher's hand, whatever. So if you don't want to do multicolored, threads for World Series games, I can understand that. But the difference between this logo and the one I'm going to show you here next, it's pretty dramatic. This next ball I'm going to show you is the 2018 World Series. This was Red Sox Dodgers. So you think about how cool this logo was, right? This is the 2015. You've got a really sharp, professional, custom-looking logo, right? You ready to see the worst World Series logo you'll ever see? This is 2018. Look how tiny this thing is. This is like in relation to my fingernail. This logo, first of all, it's really boring. But second of all, look how tiny it is. Does this look like a special baseball to you? Does this look like a kind of ball that you want to get signed and that you want to share or that you want to have just showcased in one of your cubes or one of your display cases or whatever? This ball is boring. It's boring. There isn't anything special about this ball. Yes, it's a World Series ball, but it is boring. It's the same thing when it comes to other event baseballs. I'm going to show you this last All-Star Games home run derby ball, right? So first of all, actually, I'm going to show you the newest one here first. So this was the last year's home run derby here in Seattle. This is the alternate, by the way, the special one, like the magic ball that, if you hit it, you get extra attempts or whatever. So you look at both of these guys, the logo could not be smaller, number one. The other thing, it is the same logo as it was last year, and I think even the year before. So you think, again, look, that's in relation to my fingernail. Look how small that is. It's tiny. It looks like crap. It doesn't look special. There isn't anything about this ball that looks special, Rawlings. What are you doing? Especially when you look at the 2001 home run derby ball that was also in Seattle. Look at that thing. It's a special logo created especially for Seattle, especially for that event. This is a big deal. You got the different colored, font and everything, matches off with the red threads. This is a badass looking ball. So you think about, balls like these that had these really nice customized logos compared to the generic crap we're getting now, as well as how small it is, it's just kind of lame. I'm going to reach over here. Bear with me a second. Ready? You look at this. This is the All-Star Game ball here from Seattle this last year. By the way, really great looking logo. But again, really tiny. Why is this logo so small? Bring this thing up by about 50% for size. Make this special. You've got the different colored threads. Looks great. What's holding you back from doing that on opening day baseballs and special event balls throughout? Okay. So you think about, and I know I'm rambling here, but the Super Bowl. Remember when the Super Bowl had special logos every year? That was a big deal. It looked fun. It was something different. And now it's just the same damn logo every year. And unfortunately, Major League Baseball and Rawlings are doing the same kind of stuff with their event balls, and they're missing out. I'm going to show you how they're missing out, and then I'm going to show you here in a minute, I'm going to show you my 2 favorite balls. Low-hanging fruit, I know. This is kind of an easy one. So, big hockey fan, right? This is an official game puck for the Seattle Kraken. Nothing special about it. It's a puck, just the logo. It's got the NHL logo on the back. There are 32 teams in the NHL. All 32 teams have their own puck. So that's 32 opportunities for the NHL to sell me as a fan a new puck. Why don't every team, or why doesn't every team have its own branded baseball? NFL has it. College football has it. NHL has it. Imagine if every team in Major League Baseball had its own specific ball for that park or for that team. It'd be a big deal. It'd be a big opportunity for driving revenue. It'd be an easy way to, to create collectible opportunities and things for people to save and savor, because again, God knows you're not going to get a ticket stub at these parks anymore. So give us better ways and give us more ways to remember these games we've gone to. So for me, it's event baseballs. Give us some better logos. Give us bigger logos on these balls. And that said, thanks for sticking with this video. I'm going to show you my 2 favorite baseballs. So I'm going to show you, first of all, this one here was when Ken Griffey Jr. returned to Safeco Field. He was with the Reds at the time. He was supposed to be back in time for the All-Star game in 2001. He got injured, so he didn't play. So because of that, he didn't come back for a few more years when he played at Safeco Field with the Reds. So I was driving to the park and I heard them talking about it on the radio, and they said that they were going to be selling these commemorative baseballs at the team store. And I think there were only 100 or 200 of them. I don't remember how many they were. But I was so excited because I saw that, first of all, they had this logo. Second of all, every one of them was autographed. They were $100 and went to the Children's Hospital. Needless to say, I bought 2. Honestly, I wish I would have bought them all, because I don't think I've ever seen one available for resale. If you have, or if you have one, comment in the below there, because I would totally like to know who else got these balls, because these things are beautiful. They're amazing. The next ball, and my favorite ball in my entire collection, is this opening day ball. But it's different than the one I showed you earlier, because this one is signed by both of my daughters, as well as me as their dad. So I took a trip with my kids back in 2013. It was just me and the girls. We drove from Seattle all the way down to Oakland, to San Francisco, down to LA, and all the way back. And that was an amazing trip. So you think about what I talked about earlier about creating memories, creating these events. This opening day ball became really special. It was more than just a regular baseball, because this was part of our adventure. It was part of our trip. It was that moment in time. And this opening day baseball specifically helped capture that moment and bring this trip together. And, you think about it, there are a lot of people who would probably like to have opportunities like that too. Rawlings just has to make money on it. So that is my really long video. I think this probably topped off at like 10 minutes. Who knew that I could talk about my balls for 10 minutes? Thanks for putting up with my lame jokes. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe. If you didn't like it, thanks for watching anyway. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Play ball.